Antes de empezar y antes de terminar, quiero presentar a todo el mundo este shopping bag. ¡Que viva Puerto Rico, vive! Beware of signs that say, aquí se habla español. $1 down, $1 a week until your dying days. Buenos días, ¿cómo está usted? Aquí se fía mueblería y television sets, ropas baratos, trajes y zapatos para su hijo y yo maridos. Numerosas cosas para la esposa que tiene todo que bueno crédito puede comprar. Máquinas de lavar, vacuum cleaneros, y usted name it, and if nosotros no lo tenemos, we lo inventamos inmediatamente. Yes, we will. Nada aquí es imposible, pero si no se necesita ninguno dineros. Solamente you sign aquí on this line y todo will be fine. Muchas gracias, señor. Muchas gracias, señora. And don't forget to vuelve again. Tell all your next door vecinos that with every $10 purchase they make, le demos uno disco de su favorito television programa. Simplemente María. Simplemente María. María, María, etc. Beware of signs that say, aquí se habla español. Do not go near those places of smiling faces that do not smile, and bill collectors who are well trained to forget how to hablar español when you fall back on those weekly payments. Beware, be wise, do not patronize. Garbage is all they are selling you. You wonder where your living room set went after you make the third payment. Those bastards should be sued for false advertisement. What they talk no es español. What they talk is a lot of bullshit. Hace un calor, pero no me voy a quitar la gorra. Puerto Rican Obituary. They were always on time. They were never late. They never spoke back when they were insulted. They worked. They never took days off that were not on the calendar. They never went on strike without permission. They worked 10 days a week and were only paid for 5. They work, and they die. They died broke. They died owing. They died never knowing what the front entrance of the First National City Bank looks like. Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, all died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow, passing their bill collectors on to the next of kin. All die waiting for the Garden of Eden to open up again under a new management. All die dreaming about America, waking them up in the middle of the night, screaming, "Mira, mira, your name is on the winning lottery ticket for $100,000. All die hating the grocery stores that sold them make-believe steak and bulletproof rice and beans. All die waiting, dreaming, and hating. Dead Puerto Ricans who never knew they were Puerto Ricans, who never took a coffee break from the 10 Commandments to kill, kill, kill the landlords of their cracked skulls and communicate with their Latino souls. Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, from the nervous breakdown streets where the mice live like millionaires and the people do not live at all, are dead and were never alive. Juan died waiting for his number to hit. Miguel died waiting for the welfare check to come and go and come again. Milagros died waiting for her 10 children to grow up and work so she could quit working. Olga died waiting for a $5 raise. Manuel died waiting for his supervisor to drop dead so he could get a promotion. It's a long ride from Spanish Harlem to Long Island Cemetery, where they were buried. First the train and then the bus, and the cold cuts for lunch, and the flowers that will be stolen when visiting hours are over. Is very expensive, but they understand, their parents understood. Is a long non-profit ride from Spanish Harlem to Long Island Cemetery. Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, all died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Dreaming about Queens, clean-cut, lily-white neighborhood, Puerto Rican scene, $30,000 home, the first spigs on the block, proud to belong to a community of gringos who want them lynched, proud to be a long distance away from the sacred phrase, ¿Qué pasa? These dreams, these empty dreams from the make-believe bedrooms their parents left them, are the after effects of television programs about the ideal white American family with black maids and Latino janitors who are well trained to make everyone and their bill collectors laugh at them and the people they represent. Juan died dreaming about a new car. Miguel died dreaming about new anti-poverty programs. Milagros died dreaming about a trip to Puerto Rico. Olga died dreaming about real jewelry. Manuel died dreaming about the Irish sweepstakes. They all died like a hero sandwich dies in the garment district at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Social security numbers to ashes, union dues to dust. They knew they were born to weep and keep the morticians employed as long as they pledge allegiance to the flag that wants them destroyed. They saw their names listed in the telephone directory of destruction. They were trained to turn the other cheeks by newspapers that misspelled, mispronounced, and misunderstood their names, and celebrated when death came and stole their final laundry tickets. They were born dead and they died dead. It's time to visit Sister Lopez again, the #1 healer and fortune card dealer in Spanish Harlem. She can communicate with your late relatives for a reasonable fee. Good news is guaranteed.
Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. Those who love you want to know the correct number to play. Let them know this right away. Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. Now that your problems are over and the world is off your shoulder, help those who you left behind find financial peace of mind. Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. If the right number we hit, all our problems will split, and we will visit your grave on every legal holiday. Those who love you want to know the correct number to play. Let them know this right away. We know your spirit is able, death is not dumb and disabled. Rise, table.
Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, all died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Hating, fighting, and stealing broken windows from each other, practicing a religion without a roof, the Old Testament, the New Testament, according to the gospel of the Internal Revenue, the judge and jury, an executioner, protector, an eternal bill collector, second-hand shit for sale. Learn how to say como está usted, and you will make a fortune. They are dead, and will not return from the dead until they stop neglecting the art of their dialogue for broken English lessons to impress the Mr. Goldsteins, who keeps them employed as lavaplatos, porters, messenger boys, factory workers, maids, stock clerks, shipping clerk, assistant, mailroom assistant to the assistant lavaplatos, and automatic artificial smiling doorman for the lowest wages of the ages and rages when you demand a raise because it's against the company policies to promote spigs. Juan died hating Miguel because Miguel's used car was in better running condition than his used car. Miguel died hating Milagros because Milagros had a color television set and he could not afford one yet. Milagros died hating Olga because Olga made $5 more on the same job. Olga died hating Manuel because Manuel had hit the numbers more times than she had hit the numbers. Manuel died hating all of them, Juan, Miguel, Milagros, and Olga, because they all spoke broken English more fluently than he did. And now they are together in the main lobby of the void, addicted to silence, off limits to the wind, confined to worm supremacy in Long Island Cemetery. This is the groovy hereafter the Protestant collection box was talking so loud and proud about. Here lies Juan, here lies Miguel, here lies Milagros, here lies Olga, here lies Manuel, who died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Always broke, always owing, never knowing that they are beautiful people, never knowing the geography of their complexion. Puerto Rico is a beautiful place. Puerto Ricanos are a beautiful race. If only they had turned off the television and tuned into their own imaginations. If only they had used the white supremacy Bibles for toilet paper purpose and make their Latino souls the only religion of their race. If only they had returned to the definition of the sun after the first mental snowstorm on the summer of their senses. If only they had kept their eyes open at the funeral of their fellow employees who came to this country to make a fortune and were buried without underwears. Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel will right now be doing their own thing where beautiful people sing and dance and work together, where the wind is a stranger to miserable weather conditions, where you do not need a dictionary to communicate with your hermanos. Aqui se habla Español all the time. Aqui you salute your flag first. Aqui there are no Dow soap commercials. Aqui everybody smells good. Aqui TV dinners do not have a fuchsia. Aqui the man admires, desires, and never gets tired of his woman. Aqui que pasa power is what's happening. Aqui to be called negrito means to be called love. Déjame poner la página como están, porque, como se dice, estoy tan disorganized. Pues yo sé todo de memoria, uso el papel para hacer el aguaje. Para que la gente diga, ven, sabe de él. Okay, this is ahora voy a cantar yo. Y Pepe va a tocar la guitarra, wow. El dueto Pepe y Pedro. Esta canción que voy a cantar ahora es un himno que aprendí en la escuela dominical. Y más o menos es un himno que en los días de Papa Dios y la Virgen María y todos esos genios y las clases la conductaban en inglés porque dijo que Christ tenía un college degree o pasó un civil service examination, porque siempre la gente estaba arrodillada, siempre cabezando cuando el ministro bla, bla, bla. y siempre recogiendo ofrendas y nunca dando de nada a la gente, al pueblo. Y dije, aquí no hay nada para mí. So me fui y escribí esta canción en el mismo lenguaje que me tiraron, que ellos me tiraron, yo se lo tiré para atrás. Y dice así. Dice, his father was delirious, his mother missed her period, and that's how he, who can turn the tides, calm the angry seas, move his bowels and also pee, became a reality. Jesus Christ had a wife to mourn for his life. He needed a bath and a shade. He fought hard for the proletariat. Vaya, voy a anunciar que esto va bien. Así que está supuesto ir, ¿entiendes? Esto va bien. Ok, va. Jesus Christ has a wife to mourn for his life. He needed a bath and a shade. He fought hard for the proletarians till Judas Iscariot. So poor Jesus to his grave, born in 44 BC in a town called Galilee. Became a carpenter by trade. Now he told the ruling classes, give your money to the masses. So they sold poor Jesus to his grave. Jesus Christ had a wife to mourn for his life. He needed a bath and a shave. He fought hard for the proletarians till Judas Iscariot. So poor Jesus to his grave. Now when Christ was crucified, the establishment got hard. Not knowing revolutionaries never die. Never die. His last words to the oppressed side on the cross where he demised was, don't pray for me, just organize. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today not to pray, but to say it's time to stop dying, it's time to stop crying, it's time to stop testifying, it's time to fight back, don't run, drop the Bible and pick up the gun, don't run, drop the Bible, pick up the gun. It's time to believe that Adam and Eve, Abraham, St. Peter, St. Thomas, St. Paul, City Hall, and Billy Graham all received the dishonorable discharge from the People's Liberation Army. The people have stopped praying. The people are now saying, the people have stopped praying. The people are now saying, when the Messiah comes again, he better not say,
I am the Alpha and Omega.
He better scream all power to the people, and he better be bad or be prepared to get his ass kicked. Antes de terminar, o más o menos voy a hablar, porque antes estaba cantando, solo voy a hablar. En 1947, 48 o 49, se me olvidó el año, pero, ¿sabes? Fue que vine acá y no. Mañana lo que van a ver, gente viniendo a un stage cantando God Bless America y todo eso. Puede pasar eso, you know? O si no, está pasando ya. o algo así, ok. Ese fue mi momento de hablar de una conversación seria. Vaya. Right. Esto se llama Sex and the Virgin Mary. Dice así. Esto es para la gente adulta. Dice, once upon a time in a land that never existed, lived this lady who never existed, and since she never existed, no man ever insisted, so she never resisted. If she had existed, and some man had insisted, she would have never resisted, and her name will also be listed in the telephone directory. Y lo próximo, esto aquí no es un poema. This is not a poem. Esto es un suicide note. Y le voy a decir cómo pasó. Esto es un suicide note de una cucaracha, unos proyectos. No Incan. Una cucaracha que se quitó la vida porque ya estaba harta y dijo. Dijo, medio mundo me está zapateando, so déjame terminar esto. Y una noche no podía dormir, so me desperté. One night I couldn't sleep, so I woke up. I walked like 2 inches from the bedroom to the living room, 1.5 inches to the kitchen. Y iba a ir para la nevera para buscar algo de comer porque no tenía hambre, pero dije, si como algo me puedo dormir y tener uno de esos sueños que me ponen algo así. Porque estaba durmiendo solo esa noche. Everybody sleeps alone once in their life. No es malo. No es malo. No es bueno tampoco. So anyway, fui a la nevera a ver si había algo de comer y dije, vaya groovy, me busco un string bean sandwich con milk and magnesia porque no tenía mayonesa. Cuando uno tiene hambre, you're not going to question what you eat. So string beans with milk and magnesia. Y anyway, on my way there, noté esta cucaracha que estaba muerta. Vaya, estaba fría, más fría que el frío. Y yo hice así, ¿sabes? Dije, Ave María, bla, bla, bla. Y después seguí andando, porque algo me trajo para atrás. Y dije, aquí está esta cucaracha muerta, y nadie la zapateado, ¿me entiendes? Nobody has stepped on it. Nobody had cut it up. ¿Me entiendes? Nobody has choked it either. So I said, wow, man, I wonder what this cockroach died of. So what I did, le hice autopsy, ¿entiendes? Para saber el causa de la muerte. Y después que terminé, to the conclusion that it was suicide. Después que saqué los intestinos y el corazón, fue suicide. And to prove that my theory was right, alongside this dead cockroach encontré esto. It's a suicide note that the cockroach wrote before it took its life. So yo cogí los papeles, corrected the mistake. Edited it and got it ready for publication. And it's called Suicide Note from a Cockroach in a Low-Income Housing Project. I hate the world. I am deprived. I am depraved. I am ready to propose to the grave. Life is too complicated to proceed. Fate is the only medicine I need to feel good. Seriously speaking, I am seriously seeking the exit to leave this existence. My resistance is low and will not grow. Rent control, my ghost will haunt you. I hate the world, I am dejected, I am rejected, I am neglected and disrespected ever since these damn liberals got elected and corrected. Nothing really important. I am starving, I am no good at robbing, I have no ambitions. These damn low-income housing projects are responsible for my nervous condition. I hate you credit cards. Because of you, there is a pain in my brain. Because of you, all the minority groups own a television set and will not let me sleep at night watching the Late Late Show at full blast. I hate the world, I hate the world, I hate the world. I am disgusted, I am totally busted. The welfare department will not handle my case. I am homesick for the past, when radios used to be a luxury for the minority groups, and there were no such things as the Late Late Show. Oh, how I hate those damn anti-poverty programs. All those electrical appliances are executing our people. If only they knew it was bad and destructive for them too. The world will be a better place for everyone regardless of race. And the war on poverty now before our race is erased from the face of every place. We do not want to be destroyed, diminished, and finished forever, America. I am hungry. My folks are hungry. My friends are hungry. Every member of our generation is a victim of starvation. We are down and out without a future to look forward to. We are through. I attend over 10 funerals every day. I don't have time to send my black melancholy suit to the cleaners anymore. That is how bad the situation is, and all because all of a sudden everybody wants to be somebody. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. Why should our race be erased to make America a beautiful place for everyone but us? We are the real Americans. We was here before Columbus. We was here before General Electric. We was here before the S. Sullivan Show. We are older than Adam and Eve. Noah also took cockroaches into his ark. Why should we be denied coexistence? Back in the old days, long before these housing projects wrecked our civilization, we were strangers to starvation and lived better than the Pepsi generation. There was always enough to eat for everybody. Those were the days, my friend, we thought would never end. The life expectancy of a cockroach in those days was 10 times longer than it is today. 10 seconds to 10 minutes is the new limit. These anti-poverty programs are to blame. Since they came, the people are not the same. Today, everyone can afford the price of DDT. Death is just a square away, the television commercial says. Everyone old enough to talk is being trained to use these deadly weapons to wipe us out. This is genocide, and what boggles me the most is that nobody is protesting, no demonstrations, no moratorium for our dead. Everybody is busy protesting this, everybody is busy protesting that, but nobody is saying a damn thing about the DDT strikes. Like nobody is wearing stop the DDT strike buttons. I used to come from a very large family, and now I am down to my last second cousin-in-law. I have been married 7 times. I have never been divorced. All my wives are now resting in peace. None have died from natural cause. They have all been fatal casualties of the games the great society plays. This so-called civilization nation has made a lonely man out of me. My insurance company has informed me that they will not insure another wife I take. They think I am trying to make a living out of this. They are dead wrong. I come from a good, non-Catholic, non-Protestant, non-Jewish home. I have never read the Holy Bible. I will never read the Holy Bible. Cockroaches in their right minds will never go near the Holy Bible. Bible reading is a dangerous mission. It's like committing suicide to get to heaven. I once had this uncle who was very religious. He read the good book all the time. One day he fell asleep reading the 23rd Psalm and woke up in the hereafter the following morning. The owner of the Bible closed the book on him. I once knew this clear old lady who threw salt and pepper on my people and fed them to her pet hamster. I once knew this Marlboro man who decorated his ashtrays with my people after putting his cigarettes out on them. I once knew this boy who married the clear old lady and gave birth to the Marlboro man. His life in Life magazine was to sell us gasoline in Listerine bottles. If those are the kind of people that go to heaven, you can send me to hell, Lord. I want to be a million miles away from humanity with their vanity and profanity and insanity. Preaching survival for them and the hell with everybody else who cannot read the New York Times, drink booze, have the Wall Street blues, hate, discriminate, castigate, castrate, liquidate, assassinate, and instigate air pollution, oppose revolutions that will put a conclusion to confusion and welcome positive solutions of the beginning of time and false illusions. I want to be a million miles away from nickels and dimes and quarters and dollars, white collars, bright collars, blue collars, go screw yourself collars, millionaires, car fares, welfares, nightmares, and all that neurotic, psychotic, idiotic, chaotic air of despair found everywhere, underwears of deception, win the elections. If I have to sin to make this wish come true, I will start by saying, our Father who's up in heaven, fuck you. My first wife lived a very short life. Tragedy came, separated our name. The first year we started our atmosphere, she was ambushed by this retarded boy who destroyed her pride and swallowed her body after she died. My second wife lived a shorter life. When tragedy came and separated our name, she was still a virgin. We were married in the afternoon and somebody stepped on her on our way to the honeymoon. My third wife was taking a shortcut home through the kitchen sink. A homicidal maniac saw her while taking a drink and turned on the hot water. My fourth wife was a militant. She carried a knife and was prepared to cut anyone up who threatened her life. She said to me on our wedding night, I know, someday I have to go, but not without a fight. Before they kill me, I will have 3 or more of them on the floor, ready for the morgue. The following day, she passed away on a crowded elevator. I want her to beware of those modern inventions, but she paid no attention. If she had used the stairs, she would still be alive and well with me. My fifth wife lost her sacred life in a DDT strike, coming home from the A&P for insects only. I was in tears for 1 whole year after she disappeared from the atmosphere because the day before her destiny came near, her insurance policy lapsed. I mailed a payment a week before she died, but somebody stepped on the mailman and the payment never arrived. Wife number 6 was suffocated by this complicated, mentally constipated fire engine impersonator who got his kicks kidnapping cockroaches, molesting them sexually, and throwing them into empty Pepsi Cola bottles, and putting the cap back on and keeping them without air until their life was gone. Oh, why did not the earth have an abortion when all these illegitimate sons and daughters of TV dinners were born? The Republican Party, the Democratic Party, Westinghouse and Playtex and elevator shoes and the Daily News and Gillette razor blades should take an overdose of that birth control pill their test tube minds invented in their spare time and stop that fatal disease called civilization from destroying the nation. My seventh wife lived a miserable life. She had lung cancer, 10 wooden legs, 1 glass eye, 50-50 vision on her good eye, a weak heart, a broken back, respiratory ailment, undernourished, mentally discouraged, unemployed tits, mongoloid features, and bad breath galore. From a bottle of weight-reducing pills, she shoplifted at the drugstore. I gave her a divorce, not because her face was hazardous to my health. I gave her a divorce because she wanted me to sell my soul and give her the dough for a plastic surgery job at the laundromat. 1 week before celebrating her last unhappy birthday at the funeral parlor, She hit the numbers for $1,000, went to the hospital and paid cash for a heart transplant, an eye transplant, a face transplant, a legs transplant, a lung transplant, a rear end transplant, a breath transplant, and she was all set to live and let live for 100 years. But on her way home from the hospital, somebody stepped on her, and that was the end of her breathing career. So you see, you cannot really blame me for wanting to seduce my destiny. I have nothing else to live for in this corrupted world anymore. The employment situation is bad. The starvation situation is worse. It hurts to continue living like this. Cockroaches are starving to death ever since incinerators came into the life of the minority groups. In the old buildings, the people were very close to everything they had. Food was never thrown away, but today everything is going into those incinerators. That last family that lived here took the incinerator to get to the first floor. They do not live here anymore. Damn these low-income housing projects. Years ago, suicide was never spoken, but today suicide is a luxury for a heartbroken cockroach trying to make a decent living in a low-income housing project. Goodbye, cruel world. I am through being depressed by your crossword puzzles. When the bomb comes down, I will not be around. Forward my mail to your conscience when you get one. The biggest threat to world peace today is not nuclear weapons, it's not air pollution, it's not World War III, it's not you or me, it's not the fire next tide, it's not the resurrection of Count Dracula doing construction work on your mind. It's not your hairdryer jumping out the window with you still under it. It's not your mailbox at the frozen food section of circumstances where you will find your dead conceptions after mailing a letter with airplane glue on both sides of the stamp. It's not a farewell note your breakfast wrote, your lunch will inform your last supper, the plate was empty, the table was never there. The biggest threat to world peace today is the Avon lady. Her products are the real deadly weapons. She is everywhere, fresh air doesn't exist. She is guilty of first-degree murder on all her customers. Do not answer the door when her bad breath comes. Do not answer the door when her bad breath comes. She will not only make an Avon lady out of your daughter, she will also make an Avon lady out of your son. Iba a traer un litro de vino, pero tenía tanta prisa porque cuando me levanté hoy a las 3 de la tarde. Vaya, eso se llama The Broken English Dream. It was the night before the welfare check and everybody sat around the table, hungry, heartbroken, cold, confused, and unable to heal the wounds on the dead calendar of our eyes, old newspapers and empty beer cans, and Jesus is the master of this house. Picture frames made in Japan by the US was hanging out in the kitchen, which was also the living room, the bedroom, the bathroom, and the linen closet. Wall-to-wall bad news was playing over the radio that last week was stolen by dying dope addicts looking for a fix to forget that they were ever born. All the light bulbs of our apartment were left and forgotten at the pawn shop across the street from the heart attack the broken back buildings were having. Infants not born yet play hide and seek in the cemetery of their imagination. Lying in the mine tenants were praying for numbers to hit so they can move out and wake up with new birth certificate. The grocery stores were outnumbered by funeral parlors with neon signs that said, "Customers wanted, no experience necessary." A liquor store here and a liquor store everywhere you look filled the air with on-the-job training prostitutes, pimps, and winos, and thieves and abortions. White business store owners from clean-cut, push, neat-button neighborhood who learned how to speak Spanish in 6 weeks wrote love letters to their cash registers. "Vote for me," said the undertaker. "I am the man with the solution to your problems." To the United States, we came to learn how to misspell our name, to lose the definition of pride, to have misfortune on our side, To live where rats and roaches roam and sing a house is not a home. To be trained to turn on television sets, to dream about jobs you will never get, to fill out welfare applications, to graduate from school without an education, to be drafted, distorted, and destroyed, to work full time and still be unemployed, to wait for income tax returns and stay drunk and lose concern for the heart and soul of our race and the weather that produce our face, to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of installment plans, while nation under discrimination for which it stands and which it falls, with poverty, injustice, and air-conditioned firing squads for everyone who has the sun on the side of their complexion. Lápiz, pencil, pluma, pen, cocina, kitchen, gallina, hen. Everyone who learns this will receive a high school equivalency diploma. A lifetime supply of employment agencies, a different bill collectors for every day of the week, the right to vote for the executioner of your choice, and 2 hamburgers for 35 cents in Times Square. So this is America, land of the free for everyone but us. So this is America, where you wake up in the morning to brush your teeth with the home relief that leading toothpaste Operation Bootstrap promise you will get every time you buy a box of cornflakes on the layaway plan. So this is America, land of the free, to watch the adventures of Superman on TV if you know somebody who owns a set that works properly. So this is America, discovered by Columbus in 1492 with Captain Video, the first, and Lady Bird Johnson, the first Miss Subway in the New Testament. So this is America, where they keep you busy singing, en mi casa toda Se titula The Dead Uniforme y más o menos está escrito para una clase de gente que se cree que con el diploma, con el trabajo, con esto, con lo otro, dicen que más o menos el sistema lo va a aceptar. Dice, no, porque si yo tengo este trabajo, que el año pasado el BOM me llevó a darme un trago una vez y este año me ha llevado 3 veces ya, so estoy en algo, you know? Y el año que viene 4 veces. Y esto se titula The Dead Uniforme, el uniforme muerto. Dice, fuck you and the way you think. You ain't nothing but a battery-operated, castrated, constipated cop, and your position stinks. And your breath is rotten, and you have forgotten how to pronounce your name ever since you became a so-called civil servant for the state. Sick you are, using that nightstick and using that gun on your brothers and sisters. What the fuck is wrong with you, mister? Making believe that your problems are over because you passed the civil service examination to become a hired killer for the administration that is killing your generation and will do the same to you when your trigger finger malingers after 20 years of cooperating and eliminating with your gun anyone who threatens the future of the swine who drops atomic bombs on the minds of your brothers and sisters. What the fuck is wrong with you, mister? Making believe that useless uniform fits. You ain't into shit, more you are not big pig. Dig yourself before the grave digger starts digging you. Who ain't nothing but a battery operated, castrated, constipated cop, and your position stinks. Fuck you and the way you think.